Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome back. So this is our fourth session with Global Teacher Conversation. We have had two industry crossovers so far, and we'll be having more. But tonight is our very own general session, where we will look into education and educated topics together. So maybe perhaps for those of you who just came in, you can type in the chat. What is your highlight this week? I just found out that this week is actually Malaysia's, Mongolia's, and also Vietnam's school break week. It's amazing how our school breaks are actually aligned together, and how these questions just falls right into its place. I was asking Jasmine, Loan, and the others, what did they do? What besides not stories about school, not stories about classroom, what was their highlight for this week? So some of you guys have a lot of eating session and said she enjoys eating a lot this week. And Loan was resting. Jinsen had joined the National Day celebration. I knew he was in a parade. I saw that on Facebook. That's amazing, right? Right. Bhavana's just shared that her highlight of the week. She just completed a program for high school students. Great. Bhavana, perhaps you can share that with your breakout room members in a bit. Okay. You can rename yourself. So you can go on to participants, to the control tabs there. Go find your name and rename with country underscore name. So for example, Anne was doing it right, Malaysia underscore and Michelle. So if you are a pen and paper person, you can go get your pen and paper. We would be writing. Perhaps if you are a tablet person, you can go get the tablet. Right. So what will we be doing this week? So welcome to Global Teach Conversation. Before I tell you what we're going to be doing this week, a little bit of Zoom norms here. Perhaps you can mute while you are not speaking. This is not me not letting you speak, but it's just so that we will not have clashes of sound. But for the most of the time, we want you to unmute and feel free to just speak over the mic. If you can be present, switch on your video. We want to make the conversation as genuine and as direct and as lively as possible. It will help the conversation flows better if I can see you with your face, like I'm talking to you in person, right? And participate actively. Don't be shy. Don't worry about anything. If you think you're shy, everyone around you are also shy. So we're the same. Right, some GTC pillar principles. GTC has been established since the year 2021, and we have strongly believed in these three core pillar principles. What are these three pillar principles? We are respectful with each other. That way, we are mindful of how we speak, of how we behave, and how we communicate, right? We keep our manners in check. We are also supportive in the way that we give space and time for our conversation partners. Some people might have more difficulty in starting or finding their vocabularies to speak. So let's give them a little bit more space and a little bit more time until they can get their words out. Yeah. And be participative. You show interest. How do you show interest? You ask questions. And when your friends, your conversation partners ask you questions, you can also make a harmonious environment by answering questions together. Right, this is like a brief agenda of what's going to happen tonight. We will be delving into the C-suite skills. And for this week, we will be talking about emotional intelligence or managing emotions. as you can see, those people in the C-suites, like the CEOs, the CFOs, the CEOs, right? It might not be something that is very visible to us, but if they cannot manage their emotion well, if they're not aware of their emotions, perhaps they will not be able to manage themselves and also manage the big teams that they have while they are on top of the chain in a structured organization. So tonight we will be exploring together about managing emotions, but not too deep. GTC is here for you to just like do a little bit of introduction and poke you in the right direction, but it's up to you to continue the journey and continue looking for knowledge about whatever we have shared here. We will have two conversations. We will be talking about my emotions and me, and then we will also have classroom wonders. But this week, the classroom wonders, and we will be taking over the session. So last time it was Hayati, this week it was Anne. So I cannot wait to also hear what Anne and her question has for tonight's session. As usual, we'll end with announcement, photo time, and then we'll do some closing. Right. Yes, we need to do this. Bhavana, perhaps you can say hi to everybody. Is Bhavana here? No, her call dropped off. Okay, no problem. All right, don't worry. We can do this when she comes back. Right. So if you guys still remember, these are among the skills that were found while we were searching, while doing some simple web search on what are the qualities and skills that are needed for C-suite executives, right? And if you see there's empathy, there's emotional intelligence, there's communication, there's conflict resolution. What else? There's team building, right? So these are the things that I also want to look into, that we want to look into. And tonight we will look into the emotional intelligence bit of it. Hold on. Hema, is your video okay? Okay. So you might be asking, like, what do I need to know about emotional intelligence? And now that I'm an adult, now that I'm a teacher, and in some situation, you are also a leader, right? So there might be questions like, what should I know about emotional intelligence? And how do I manage my emotions? So I have here a quick video about how to keep emotions in check. Perhaps we can watch this video together, and then we can summarize together what we have probably learned from this.
Emotional intelligence refers to the ability to recognize, interpret, and process emotions in yourself and others. While genetics, upbringing, and environment all play a role, there are steps you can take to develop your emotional intelligence over time. Get to know yourself. Emotionally intelligent people are self-aware. They have a realistic appreciation of their strengths and weaknesses and how they come across to others. Peer feedback is one way of improving your self-awareness and may uncover a few of your emotional blind spots. Learn your triggers. Linked to the notion of self-awareness is knowing how you are likely to respond in particular situations. Think about how you felt the last time you were under pressure. Did these feelings help or hinder you? Recognizing emotions and the source of these emotions can shift your emotional state. Empathize. Seeing things from someone else's perspective will help you understand their values and beliefs. This is important when it comes to motivating and engaging others. Make a conscious effort to get to know your colleagues. Ask open questions and actively listen to what they have to say, rather than simply waiting for your turn to speak. Be on the lookout for body language and other non-verbal signs, as these may tell you more than someone is willing to express out loud. Own your emotions. Part of being emotionally intelligent is about taking responsibility for the way you interact with others. If someone upsets you, pause and reflect on why their actions led you to feel this way, instead of reacting impulsively. Recognize that a conversation is a two-way interaction, and it takes two people to make you angry, sad, or frustrated. Go with your gut. Finally, listen to your body. If your stomach starts doing backflips every time you speak to a senior manager, or your muscles tense up before you go into a meeting, what does this tell you? Counterintuitive as it might seem, emotions can be a valuable source of information when making rational decisions at work. Remember, emotional intelligence isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about learning how to recognize, process, and channel them in a way that benefits you and your team. Enhancing your emotional intelligence requires effort, but it can be achieved with sustained practice.
All right. Perhaps one or two of you here want to share what is it that you got from watching this video? Anyone want to share their notes? Let's go ahead and unmute your mic. I see you guys staring at the screen. Okay. Anyone? Right, then I have one prompt that you can use. Loan, don't worry. What is the one thing that strikes you the most from the video? I'll give you 1 minute. You can either put it in the chat or you can unmute mic and tell everybody here. What is one thing that either this is new or oh, I've done this before. What is your light bulb moment? I'll give you 30 seconds that you can type in the chat.
What was the question again?
So when you were watching the video, right, Jasmine, did you have any light bulb moment, like aha moment? What was that moment for you when you were watching the video?
And my responses in certain situations, like sometimes I cannot like control myself, like even like when I get angry, like some certain occasion. For example, when I was child, I saw that someone was bullying another person, and that was really like kind of annoying. And I got angry, and like I couldn't control myself, and I just told the person that bully like stop doing that. And then that time I realized that I really hate kind of situation. And like yeah, it's sometimes really hard to like that moment.
Okay, all right. One more person. Thank you, Jasmine. Perhaps you can have one more person who wanna share their aha moment here. So Siti shared in the chat about feeling of her stomach flipping, usually when things doesn't work out. Yeah, so sometimes things that happen inside your head, right? Things. Let me see. Things that happen inside your head, things that you think that are, oh, this is just psychological, this is just mental, right? But it can show itself physically as well. So Siti was saying, oh, she feels like her stomach was flipping if something was not right. What she was feeling then was actually she was feeling nervous or anxious. When we say we feel nervous, what we usually think that, oh, this is just purely feelings. This is just purely what we think. But it doesn't always like that. Everything in our body is interconnected through neurons, right? So sometimes things that you think in your head might actually show through your body. That's what the video is saying. So the example that Siti was giving us just now, oh, she feel like this flipping in her stomach, that her stomach's going to flip. So this explains nervousness and anxiety. Yes, nervous. Thank you, Siti. Thank you, Jasmine. Aisha, welcome. I see. Let me see. Divya, welcome. All right, cool. Now, let's move on to the next thing that we want to share with you guys. So, just now, we were looking at what is emotional intelligence and how does taking care of my emotional well-being look like, right? Now, we also talk about how this skill is very important to a C-suite executive and how we want to bring these skills and qualities to you as an educator. So what does an emotionally aware leader looks like in the terms of emotional intelligence? So this week will be a lot of videos, you guys. So we will be exploring knowledge through videos. I'm going to play these videos for you guys. Let's watch it.
If you're an aspiring leader or manager, there's an important element you need to consider when evaluating your knowledge and skills: emotional intelligence. Also known as emotional quotient, or EQ, emotional intelligence is the ability to understand and manage your emotions and those of the people around you. Emotional intelligence is typically divided into 4 competencies: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Self-awareness is at emotional intelligence's core. It's your ability to not only understand your strengths and weaknesses, but recognize your emotions and how they affect you and your team. Self-management is your capacity to manage your emotions, particularly in stressful situations, and maintain a positive outlook despite setbacks. Social awareness is your aptitude for recognizing others' emotions and organizational dynamics. Those who excel in social awareness practice empathy. They strive to understand colleagues' feelings and perspectives so they can be better communicators and collaborators. Relationship management is your capability to resolve conflict and influence, coach, and mentor others. It requires both self and social awareness and channeling them into interactions. Building your emotional intelligence helps you grow as a leader and motivate and coach colleagues more effectively. In turn, you can advance your career.
So, from this video, the video has shown us a few examples of what it looked like to be an emotionally intelligent leader in a team or organization, right? Perhaps someone other than Jasmine and other than Siti can share, is there any part of the video you feel like, this looks familiar? Anyone? Or if it's not familiar at all to you, like, this is my first time, like, looking at this, hearing all of this, it's okay too. What is that one thing that perhaps you learned from this video today? I want to hear from others. You can also put in the chat if you want to type in the chat. Give you maybe 30 seconds to go through your notes, think about the videos. Have you seen any part familiar to you? Right? If they're not familiar, what is one new thing you learned from the video? And Anne said this is very familiar, and Anne was talking about relationship between her and the other teachers. Anne, do you want to elaborate what you were saying?
Sometimes we get sometimes when we get into conversation and it's not like connective to others, sometimes we get entangled with not the same mind. Sometimes we get into not very pleasant situation. Yeah. Yeah.
So you feel that relationship management is important.
Yeah, it's important.
Okay. I wonder if you guys realize the 4 quadrant that the video was showing. So self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship management. If you guys remember our session in the last cycle, for those who followed the last cycle in year 2022, we talked about social emotional management, social emotional learning for students. Actually, these 4 quadrants are also the same quadrants that we use for social emotional management and emotional intelligence for adults, because it's the same thing. So perhaps we can also revisit that after this. Yeah. So thank you, Anne. Right. Now that we have looked into these two videos, right? Perhaps we can think about these few questions. Number one, reflect on where you are now. Like Jasmine mentioned, oh, I remember when there was a bullying situation, I told the bully, stop, hey, I don't like this. I don't want you to do this, right? Perhaps reflect on where you are now, right? Can you articulate your emotions? Do you let the person who makes you sad, or the person who makes you angry, or the person who makes you disappointed know how you feel? Can you articulate your emotions now? Why or why not? There's no right or wrong answer to this. Don't worry about if you feel, oh, I'm not really good at this. It's okay. Okay. You just need to share, are you able to do this? If you're able to, how? If you're not able to, why? Number two, what are or what were some challenges for you to communicate your emotions across? Have you ever think of what is it that makes it difficult for you to say how you're feeling to the other person or to other people? And number three, recall an experience where managing your emotion has helped you either at work or at life. So I want you to think about these three things. I will be giving you 3 minutes before I send you over to breakout room sessions. Right? I hope you guys are ready. So we'll be going to our breakout room and we will have conversation, our first conversation for about 25 minutes. I will be sending you guys to your breakout room and I'll see you after 25 minutes. Yeah. All right, welcome back. All right. I hope you guys have taken the opportunity and the time to really share stories with friends this time, since we have a lot longer time this time. I do want to hear from maybe one of you what you heard from your other friend. Maybe not Anne, not Jasmine, not who else? Who else hasn't spoken?
Not Jin-sang.
I heard you. Let's hear from the
Emma.
one named
Emma,
Hema, and you want to hear from Hema?
she was
Hema.
just listening. Now I think she can.
What do you
go.
want to listen from me?
Because you were just and was saying you were just listening just now. So now you can tell us what did you listen to during the breakout room session?
Kesimpulannya,
They're talking about their feelings, emotions, and someone say from Vietnam, it's a totally different compared to Malaysia. Okay, I just pay attention, but it's not by fully, so it's okay. Just forgive me for this time. I will be the active listener today.
Okay. All right. So what maybe you heard some bits and pieces of what happened in the breakout room. Perhaps you can share that.
Okay, wait. Sorry, my printer got problem. Okay, what is that again? Once again, please.
Maybe you heard some bits and pieces of what was talked about in the breakout room. Maybe you can share that.
Okay, why not we give the opportunity for our new members?
I also want to say it doesn't have to be new members to see whether you're listening or not, but okay, I read CT was mentioning about polyvagal, right? I want those who were in the same room as Loet, either CT and Hema, to share to the others what is polyvagal. Not from
Atika,
Loet.
no, Atika.
Yeah.
We learned the new word, but we haven't learned the whole thing.
Okay,
The time was so jealous of us.
Okay, all right. Okay. I was not there, so I did not know what happened, but I trust you on this one. Loan.
Yeah, it's
Do
the
you,
rest.
yes. Do you wanna share with everyone what polyvagal is?
I'm not sure, but that this is the theory or the technique that I learned from the teacher or teacher on course about the trauma and well-being approach, and they use this technique to help people recognize their emotion, like they divide the emotion into three steps: the social engagement, the sympathetic, and the freeze state. So you can look on this map and recognize where you are, and if you are in the red flag, that is the life rate, where in this in this state, you will how you will respond when you into the red light. You are high or fly or freeze, and this is I think this is the rate
it is a great technique to allow us to recognize our emotion, our state, and the way we will react when we into the red or the green state. Yeah, this is the polyvagal.
The polyvagal. Thank you. Thank you, Loan. This is very
Yeah.
interesting. You guys can also find out about polyvagal chart. So there's this chart, like Loan has mentioned, it has the bell curve chart. So it has the green, yellow, and red. So the green is social engagement, where emotions like you feel calmness in connection, you feel grounded, you feel curious, and there's an openness, you feel compassionate, you are in the present, you are mindful of each other. So this is where social engagement will happen. Yellow, like our traffic light, is when you either think you either go or you stop, right? So these are flight or fright, fight or flight response. Things like when you felt frustration, irritation, anger, or rage. This is when you want to fight. You want to fight emotions, or you want to fight other people. Flight is when you go away, like panic, fear, anxiety, when you feel worried. So this is when you go away, right? But not for long. However, you don't want to be in the freeze or the red state. Why? In the red emotional state, you feel things like helplessness, you feel depressed, you feel numb, you want to disassociate yourself from everybody, you feel shame. This is where people shut themselves down. They feel hopeless and they feel trapped. And usually, compared to the flight situation in the yellow area, the emotion in the red area usually taking you away from social engagement a lot more longer than what usually is. So I want to encourage you guys to check out polyvagal chart and see if we can identify our emotions when time comes. Thank you, Loan. This is very good sharing.
Yeah, I think I use you seem know everything.
No. The moment you mentioned that's the moment I Google search it.
Ah,
All right, cool. Everyone. Now, well, we have talked about emotions that are dwelling within ourselves, our own emotions, and the people near us. Next, we wanted to explore how this emotion could possibly involve other people surrounding us in our life. And for this part, I want to pass the session over to Anne. Anne, you ready?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so before we get into our questions, here I'm going to show a video which is like actually a recent video taken in Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. Is located in the east of Malaysia. So probably we watch this video, a very short clip, and after that we will talk about it.
A kindergarten teacher who was seen abusing a child in a viral video was sentenced to 12 months in jail and fined 10,000 ringgit in default 12 months jail by the Sessions Court here today. Melona Eva Ezwa Musa, 27, was also ordered to be placed on a good behavior bond for 2 years. The court set 2,000 ringgit with one surety for the bond. Judge Amir Shah Amir Hassan made the order after Malona pleaded guilty to physically abusing a 4-year-old boy between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. on August 8 this year at a kindergarten in Kampong Seronok Nusup, Penampang. The offence under Section 31 in bracket 1 in bracket A of the Child Act 2001, read together with Section 31 in bracket 2 of the same Act, provides for a fine of up to 50,000 ringgit or a jail term of up to 20 years or both upon conviction. Under the law, the court may order a convicted person to execute a bond of good behavior for such period as it sees fit and to perform community service.
All new Maxis Postpaid.
Okay. Right. So after watching this very short clip, okay, it is said that this teacher, Eva, Malona Eva, she is actually a kindergarten teacher, and she was actually pleaded guilty for abusing the student, okay, the child in the kindergarten. So knowing this, we ourselves as teachers, sometimes, not to say we abuse, or I mean we go into that level, but then sometimes we mentally or emotionally or sometimes it triggers, some kind of attention towards the student. So let's see what is the questions, how we can look further from this. So here there's a question, like maybe we can reflect. How have you taken a preliminary mental assessment before? Or if you have taken, how was it? Was it helpful? And do you think that this test, this preliminary mental assessment test, would be compulsory? And why? Why do you think so? So probably we can reflect on these three questions and see how we can go about pertaining to maybe the video clip, maybe. So talking about the teacher who is actually who have abused. So how can we put ourselves as in this sort of a situation?
I want to give you guys some time, and there will be another part to answer our question. So let's take some time here. I will be sending you guys to a brief breakout room of about 15 minutes for you guys to talk about this. Yeah, maybe I'll give you guys here about 1 minute or less. These are very simple questions. All right, I'll send you guys to your breakout rooms. I'll see you guys in 15 minutes. So do talk about, have you done this preliminary mental assessment before being assigned as a teacher? Is this a requirement in your country or in your state or in your school for you to go to take this sort of assessment? If you have taken this variation of assessment, do you find the assessment helpful to how you are managing yourself today? as a teacher, and think about if it's not compulsory, if you have never done this, do you think we should make this compulsory to everybody in the realm of educator? Why? You can agree, you can disagree, it's up to you. Don't worry. I'll send you guys to your breakout room. I'll see you in 15 minutes. Okay. And you're ready to continue?
Yes.
All right. I hope you guys have had interesting discussion. If it's not for like me having to control the main room, I would love to just hear what you guys thought about should teachers. Okay, maybe we can do like very quick voting here. I want to know what you guys have thought about question number 3 by Anne. Do you think teachers should be should it be made compulsory to all teachers to take the preliminary mental assessment? If give me a thumbs up if you think we should do that. Jinsan said yes. Jasmine said yes. Okay. What about the others? CT also said yes. I want to hear Luan, Hema, Aisha, what do you guys think? Oh, all of you said yes. Okay. All right. Ah, city and then you neighbors. That's that's interesting. City and your neighbors. Okay, cool. All right. And I wanna.
All right.
I wanna let Anne continue with her other part of Classroom Wonders for this week.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. And back again. Right. So here, if you can see the on this screen, there is a two circle. So what you call that? Yeah. Mathematics teachers, anyone, like what you call it, like subset, is it?
Venn diagram.
Yeah, Venn
Yeah, Venn
diagram.
diagram.
Yeah, it reminds me of my high school time that I learned mathematics. That's this two circle, and so it's like something like called as subset. Okay, Venn diagram. Yeah. So here it's I put it as person who gossips. Okay, now I'm going to bring you all to the environment of being in the school. Okay, so let's say you are in the school, maybe in a teacher's lounge, or you name it as how you say staff room. Okay, so you have like two categories here. So that is person who gossips. I think we all know what are gossips. What are gossip. And person who gets the gossip. That means like maybe being, how to put it, like victim, being a victim. Okay. And in the middle, me, that means you yourself. Okay. So where are you? Are you the person who group up with the groups, the small groups, to gossip, or you are the person who people gossip about? So how can we nurture this in this environment? Okay, in this class, in the staff room, or in the teacher's lodge. So we go to the questions. All right. This scenario, this kind of particular thing happen at your school, like in the teacher's lodge or in the teacher's room or in the staff room, they call it as, did it actually happen, or is it happening like that? And the second one, what motivates you or other people to gossip? Meaning to say, like, what makes you, what makes you or the other person to gossip? You get it? Okay. And the next one, what should we do to turn gossip, that particular, stuff that you talk about, to a productive direction, a productive session? So maybe we can ponder and we can talk about this yes, Atika, in
Yeah, I'll give you like
minutes.
maybe 1 minute to think about this,
Okay,
and
we
I'll
think
send
about
you guys to another 15 minutes conversation in the breakout room. This is very interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm sure this is very familiar to a lot of us.
Yeah, so we take a minute to
Yeah, so just reflect on what happened nowadays in your school. Does this happen in your school? And think about, because like Anne said, you could either be the person who gossip or the person who gets gossiped on. Like Hema said, it depends. So like Hema said, you could also be both at the same time, while you were talking about other people were talking about you. That could also happen, right? So think about what motivates you or other people to actually gossip about others. And usually gossip are associated with nothing good, negative, time wasting. But let's think of this creatively in terms of how we turn gossip session into something productive. How can we do this? Right, I will be sending you guys to 15-minute breakout room. Hema said she loved listening to gossip of her students. CT as well. Yes, it's not only teachers and teachers gossip, student to teachers gossip also count here. Okay, so I'll be sending you guys to your breakout rooms. And when you're back, let's gather, especially on number 3. I want to hear your ideas on how we can turn gossip session or gossip time into something productive. Okay, see you in 15 minutes. Hey, right? Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. I'm so excited to know what you guys have talked about. Right. And I give you the honor of choosing who you think should tell us about the prompt number 3.
Yeah, okay. Anyone?
You can call names.
Okay, since Hema is done, what about Siti?
Oh, okay, me. Gossip.
Yay!
Gossip is lovely, but it depends. Okay. I've learned something today. Ignoring people is actually the best way. Yeah, because it
Okay.
doesn't help you. I mean, people being sarcastic, you can become sarcastic as well. So what motivate me to gossip is actually motivate me to gossip about things, usually a good thing, a positive thing. So like what Hema said, people talk about her, she's going to talk about whatever achievement that she can help those people to do. So that is actually one way to stop the thing. And meaning that she changed the gossip into a productive session. And yeah, I actually agree on that thing. So that's exactly from our group.
Thank you, Siti. Amazing, amazing. So, yeah, gossip always got this connotation of being bad, of being time wasting, and all that. But there are ways that we could actually take advantage about talking about other people. The essence is, what is it that we talk about other people? The context of our conversation really matters, right? So, good. That's a one good idea, Siti. All right, Siti, do you want to call the other person from the other group, the other breakout room?
Okay. Who we have here? What about Jasmine?
Jasmine has spoken before. Perhaps you want to call someone who haven't spoken yet.
Okay, who haven't? Because my group we talk a lot.
Okay.
Yeah,
Who was in your group?
I have Lauren, I have Hema, and of course Anne.
Okay,
Four of us.
so let me tell you who hasn't spoken. Yeah. So we have Jinsan and Aisha. So you can choose either Jinsan or Aisha to share.
Jinsan, from past my experience, he got a lot of idea. I never heard from Aisha yet. Maybe should I call Aisha then?
Great, Aisha, you're being called.
What?
Hi.
Hi.
I thought I want to become an active listener today.
No, do an active conversation as well.
Okay, number 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, we just discussed about types of gossip just now in my group. There
Wow,
will be
types of
one
gossip.
about education.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like one is for education or work-related gossip.
Okay.
Number 2 is like me time or healing gossip.
Healing gossip. Okay. Okay.
You know,
Right.
sometimes we do need a break, and gossiping is, one of the best break. Especially during your breakfast time when, and tomorrow, like Kedah, we are working, right? So tomorrow is the
Yeah.
for the gossips, or just actually kind of sharing information or sharing stories what happened during the school holidays.
All right.
So yeah,
Okay.
mm, to turn the gossip into a very productive session would be the gossip about education, work related, that we want to seriously discuss about any topics or issues. But we rather look at the me time gossip, just sharing information, release your stress, or just have a good time with your friends. That's all that I want to share. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Aisha. I'm amazed that you guys actually categorize your gossip. That's something new to learn that there's actually types of gossip. All right, cool. Okay, I want to thank Anne for taking over the classroom wonders this week. I know she cannot hear us clapping, but maybe you guys can just like give her some emojis or show her that you're applauding for her. This classroom wonders, the 2-part classroom wonders, is actually thank you to Anne's Atika, I'm wondering about this thing. Maybe we can talk about this thing. So I told her, yes, of course. You are invited. So last time we had Ayati, so this week we have Anne to take over. And I also want to shout out to Anne. So the previous the first 2 videos that we showed you about emotional intelligence and leadership are actually sourced by Anne. So I want to shout out to her and say thank you for that. This is really amazing. And let's have some announcement. So we're about to close our session for tonight. So any one of you who haven't done their sharing space yet and wanted to share about your stories for 10 minutes, so you can do so for the next session. You can just let me know about anything. It doesn't have to be education or work related. It could be something that is personal related as well. We're still looking for members to learning retreat in December. If you feel like you're up for it, then you can let me know. Like Anne today, Anne has taken over the Classroom Wonders session. You too can be the same. If anything comes into your mind that you wanted to ask the other members, or you want to share your either ideas or suggestions like Anne today, you can let me know. The Let's Exchange program with MEBS Nepal student exchange program is still ongoing. We have Jinsan, our first school partner school for MEBS Nepal. We will be having our opening ceremony on the 13th of September this month. We're excited for it. You guys can also sign up for that. If you haven't updated your details on member profile form, here is the QR code to the member profile form. I know some of you guys love to put on your reflection on Facebook. We are on Facebook, so you can tag Global Teacher Conversation without the spaces, so that we could tag and also feature your reflection or your stories. Okay, so before a photo, I just want to tell you guys that our 5th general session, which also our industry crossover session, will happen on 16th of September, the next 2 weeks, same time. Okay, so let me see. Hema, can Hema help me with photo this time? Hema is not even on video. Can everyone turn on their videos so that we can take photo? Hey, Luan. Aisha, Siti, Jinsan, let's get on the video so we can take a short photo, like a group photo for everyone. And maybe you can help me this time. You need to help count first and
Maybe I try.
oh yeah, sure. Jinsan, thank you so much. Awesome.
No problem. Okay, so everyone ready? Count on 3. 1, 2, smile. Okay. So one moment, let me paste in the.
All right.
Okay. Would you like to have another one?
Sure.
Okay. So show me some freestyle. Okay. Oh gosh, since my turn. Okay, there's some problem, huh? Okay, so it's loading. Okay. Yeah. And maybe your side, is it okay?
Yeah, her side is okay.
Yeah. Would you like to try? Yeah, okay, I'm fine. Okay. So another round in 1, 2, 3, smile. Yeah, okay. Wow, nice.
All right, nice. Okay, thank you so much, Jinsan. So I see you guys on the 16th of September. Thank you so much. Hope you have a restful weekend. Please take a proper rest before school tomorrow or the day after. I'll see you guys on 16th of September. Good night.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Well, good night.
Good night.